work for Accenture, a technology consultancy company, partner obviously with SAP. I look after the mobile development work that we do in the UK for financial services. And as we start moving more and more of this enterprise data onto mobile devices that can be left in the back of a cab or left in a coffee shop somewhere, the first question I always get asked is around security.
Yep.
Just really want to get your insights, the panel's insights on those security issues. Obviously, I think there was a reference to Afaria as an MDM product, and that certainly goes some way to address those concerns. But just generally your opinions.
Yeah. Okay, so we work a lot across a very high number of regulated industries, and that's absolutely a concern. Now, the way you address security is going to differ based on things like device ownership. Who owns that device? I mean, the liability varies wildly from country to country on what you can and can't manage, what you can and can't do on a device based on device ownership. It's also going to vary wildly based on OS. So what you can and can't manage on an Android device compared to an iOS device. And really, you're seeing that traction in enterprise for iOS because there are more enterprise controls for data leakage controls, Find My Device, remote wipe, certificate management for iOS. But the trend that we're seeing in some of the things that you're developing for a regulated space is we're seeing that management and security get moved into the app. So, Gartner's in the world calling containerization of mobile applications. So as you're developing apps for the enterprise, consider that it's likely that your target audience is going to have a solution called mobile device management, a way to manage the device, deploy the apps, make sure it's the right version. But more, I would say, now more than ever, people are asking to move management and security policies into the apps and start considering containerization. And that's around, here in North America, people care about FIPS, Federal Information Processing, I'm not sure what the P stands for. Data leakage control. So if you're doing a CRM app or workflow, they want to ensure that the cut, copy, and paste cache control is clear when they go from this app and then they try to open up Box or some other, Evernote. And we all saw the Evernote security breach. I had to change my passwords. So does that answer your question? Especially for enterprise, moving management security components into the app, authentication, app tunneling, cut, copy, and paste control.
I think it's not just a device either. There's a real trend toward mobile application management. And I would look at companies like Ethereum, which just received $28 million in funding from capital. They're one of the leaders in the space.
It's not just about financial services, right? I mean, every industry is incredibly regulated, right?
Yeah, you mentioned medical data in your
education, right? And so I think a lot of times look to FinServ to push the envelope on security, and ultimately that needs to be the first stop, right? It doesn't matter what the utility is if it's not secure. And ultimately the only way that FinServ is going to be able to adopt enterprise mobility in a safe way is if you have good governance in place, if you have some type of consolidated leadership that's directing these different mobile initiatives. And this is even outside of FinServ, I can tell you Dell has a mandate right now because they got tired of all these different business units doing their own mobile initiatives. If you go out and do your own Dell Mobile Enterprise Initiative without going through their consolidated services, you'll be fired. It's that significant. It is ridiculous because it's stifling innovation, but it shows the extreme side of the problem. I think the way that we get around that is through education, is through figuring out what can we put on the device and still be safe. But I can guarantee you, mark my words, in 2013, there is going to be a massive security screw up, and it's going to make everybody take a step back, and it's going to force us to have to, go away from Federated for even longer.
Have you seen, I suppose, all the different businesses here, but I've certainly seen my clients pushing back on mobile solutions for services because of security?
I think that it's always...
maybe it's a miseducation thing.
I think it very much is that miseducation, right? So Citi, Barclays, those are customers or those are companies that once you get that education, you know where you're actually exposed or not. If it's web, right? It's really not a new thing. Ultimately, you have this device complexity if you leave it somewhere. But if you have a good MDM, as Matt alluded to, you don't really need to be any more concerned than if somebody leaves their laptop on the plane.
A lot of it's an education process. So it takes someone with a deep understanding of enterprise, which allows you to manage the device lower than the OS layer. But in these highly regulated industries, Pfizer, BlackBerry, iOS is starting to adopt it.
But, you know what, there are lots of security breaches, you read about it every day, a little bit of